is Daily Advice from the Heart. It's the section that it's about is meditations on speaking mindlessly. And this is day 287 of the year. Can't hardly believe it. And it is October 14th. From one point of view, it is a good thing to say little and to speak only when one has something to say. Language is one of the extraordinary characteristics of the human race. Even though some animals, such as dolphins and whales, seem to have a complex form of communication. But if we look closely at human language, we realize how limited it is. Concepts and words isolate things artificially, whereas the objects they designate actually have innumerable facets that are constantly changing and that result from a set of equally innumerable causes and conditions. As soon as we name an aspect of reality, we mentally eliminate all other aspects and we designate the chosen object by a word that applies only to the object, and this enables us to recognize it. Then, according to how that object is used, we establish distinctions. This is good, that is bad, and so forth. When in fact, it is impossible to attribute intrinsic properties to anything. The result is a vision of reality, which is at best partial and at worst plainly wrong. However rich language may be, its power is therefore very limited. Only non-conceptual experience enables us to apprehend the true nature of things. And wow, isn't that the truth? Which is why we get to experience life rather than learn about it in your head. And recently I did a workshop with Sunlight of the Spirit gals, and it was all about the journey from the head to the heart. Because when we think, it's not actually coming close to the reality of it, because everybody has such different perceptions. But when we experience something and we experience something collectively, there is so much power, which is why I hope right now that each and every one of us are putting down our fears and our defenses and putting up our hearts and being open to the idea that we all get to heal together and that we all get to grow together and that we all get to become happy. And instead of this, state of chaos and uncertainty. And the thing that this makes me think of is two things. One is when I used to do improv, there was overarching idea that if you don't participate, if you stay quiet and you make the other person do the heavy lifting, it's not very much fun to be in an improv scene with you. And this other thing this brings up are these words that are so, you can't even, like love or universe or higher power or source, or words like forgiveness. How do you explain what these are? You have to experience them. You must. Joy. You get to experience them. So I encourage you today to experience your language, taste the words that come out as they come out, and pause if you can, and determine what you really mean. Speaking mindfully instead of mindlessly. I hope you have a beautiful day. Be kind to yourself and others, and I will be back.